Hey everyone! Are you ready for a new drawing time lapse and me ranting for I don't even know how many minutes straight? Okay. Today I'm gonna be using these little brushes and my favorite new art supply, Violet ink by Higgins. It's a pigment ink, a bit different from acrylic one, but it doesn't matter as long as it's waterproof. By the way, I have very specific preference about purple and violet color. I like it to have blue undertone instead of magenta. And picture is going to be another portrait on cold press paper. For some reason I feel very excited to work on textured paper again. Plus, portraits don't take as much time as more detailed drawings with background. Anyway, idea was simple. Remember my picture from a while ago? It was called Pizza Bay. I have a video of it on my channel. So since then, I wanted to draw this girl with purple buns again, but maybe front version. Also, I bite my lip a lot when I'm concentrated on something. I guess that's where an idea for her face expression came from. Color-wise, I wanted something pastel and soft. For this drawing, I also did a regular sketching process. I actually just forgot about that. But don't worry, I'll get back to that next time, I promise. How are you guys, by the way? I've been kinda low energy, but luckily it doesn't really affect my drawing and work schedule. I blame all the delicious carbs I eat and lack of physical activity. I try to think it's a side effect from an art job, not my personal laziness. But today's topic is not related to this. Today I'm going to talk about art theft, copying, and reposting someone's art without permission. I personally don't think it's a hard topic, but I can see why it can be complicated to somebody else. Let's start with something simple first. Simple to understand, but not to deal with, like art theft by big companies or brands. Pretty clear that this is freaking not acceptable and very bad thing to do. Basically, big companies robbing artists and making millions on someone's ideas without any financial compensation to creator. Dealing with it is insanely hard. Lawsuits can take years and drain all your savings. Yeah, and there's no guarantee you'll win. All we can do to help artists in this situation is spread the word and make theft incident go viral. Lots of companies nowadays care about their online presence, and there's a slight chance for justice. Don't think it's pointless to speak up about it because there's no way to win here. Slowly we're changing the system, especially if there's lots of us and we can get pretty loud. Another situation where less known artists copy or redraw your work and post it as their own. Honestly, I thought it's simple, but lately I realized that not everyone, especially young artists, clearly understand what it leads to. For example, they may think that there is no harm in redrawing popular artists, and if they worked on it hard enough, it's not going to be considered stealing. First of all, if you decide to copy somebody's picture, you have to credit an original, but even before that, you have to ask artists permission to do that. You'll be surprised how many artists don't want their work being copied or used as an inspiration or reference in any way. And you have to understand and respect that decision, no matter what. It doesn't mean you shouldn't even try copying for your personal reasons, but it means that you can't post your work online, reproduce, sell, or claim it as your own if you didn't get artist approval. It's like an unspoken rule among artists. And just in general, if you're not sure what to do, ask the artist. But there's also another thing should be mentioned. I personally don't mind any of you redrawing, copying my style, or posting it online. But not silent though, okay? As long as you credit me. I was a young baby artist too, and learned lots of things by just copying favorite shows, redrawing cartoons, and anime screen caps from TV. I believe that it's an important part of learning process and even encourage you to practice as much as you can if art is something you want to do in life. But you also have to understand that copying from life and studying real things is much more important. Study figure drawing, human and animal anatomy, urban sketching, drawing buildings and landscapes, how light and shadow and color works. If you try to copy someone's work, you need to know that learning basics comes first, before even thinking about style. So, in order for you to develop it, you had to first learn how to draw without stylizing. When we copy some popular artists with distinctive style, we need to think about all the experience, trials and errors this artist went through in order to be drawing the way he's drawing right now. You can't skip this stage. Well, I'm sure you can, but if your goal is to be recognized for who you are, not to be basically a copycat, you need to put part of you and your personal view on things in your work. I believe that style comes to each of us naturally and organically, based on who we are. I don't want to give up lots of personal information, but my love to details and tedious style comes as a part of my personality, combination of flaws and disorders. It's a therapy for me and my way to overcome problems in life, not in any way related to art. I'm always calm and relaxed when I'm drawing, and most of the time I work just for the process, because it gives me the chance to cope with life. Did it come easy to me? No. Did I work specifically to develop style I have right now? Not really. It is what it is, and I'm letting it develop as I am growing and changing as a person. To summarize, copying not literally everything, but using someone's distinctive style. If you're just practicing and got artist permission to post it and with credit, it's okay. Without it, probably not. But if you do it anyway, be ready for somebody shaming you and writing and complain about your work. If you did a bad thing and realized it later, don't hesitate to apologize. Admitting your mistake is never a bad thing. Just be a decent human being. Now let's talk about reposting someone's art without permission. Actually, I'm very opinionated about this part. Basically, for me, it comes to two sides. Does repost benefit artist, or does it benefit you more? So here how I see it. If you post someone's art without permission and don't credit artist in any way or remove their copyright, it benefits only you. Get the idea is that everything on the internet free and belongs to you out of your head. I've heard lots of complaints about, oh, I just couldn't find the artist. It's bullshit. Google Images service is working since 2001, and if you didn't put time into actually looking who drew the art, maybe you shouldn't post it. Otherwise, it's a lame excuse for 2017. If you use Twitter, retweet. If you use Tumblr, reblog. Don't save picture from artist and post it as separate post on your personal social media account. It actually not only doesn't benefit artists, but also hurts them. Since lots of us doing it as a legit job, you're basically taking away views and potential clients from us. On the other side of this issue are collective art accounts. I'm doing air quotes right now. Okay, everyone have different opinion about them, and I guess mine is not very popular, but hear me out. We all see these more or less popular accounts, especially on Instagram, that just take someone's art and post them, properly crediting artists, but rarely actually asking permission to do that. They claim to bring you more audience and following, but let's see how it actually works. Don't forget that there's actual human being behind each of these art collective accounts. That's an important part. What they do is that they take your original art and build their popularity on that. Then, once they got the decent following, they start taking business partnerships and sponsorships from companies that advertise whatever, or even ask money from artists to be featured on their page later. Do you see where problem is? They basically get in benefit from your work. And personally, I've been featured so many times and never gained any significant following after that. Even my original post with art gained less likes than one that was reposted without me agreeing to this in the first place. That's why I think all this business scheme hiding behind seemingly harmful accounts is a total hoax. My art, no matter where you found it, if you didn't pay for it, doesn't belong to you. And I don't want in any way contribute to this catfishing. I don't want you to raise money on my content. All these examples were about reposts that benefit you more than artists. Now, what I actually find acceptable is a personal repost and recommendation from popular artists with bigger following. This is actually the best and most genuine way to help the artist you like. Once in a while, I post on Instagram pictures from my art friends who, in my opinion, deserve more attention, and honestly, I can tell that it works. People can tell the difference when it comes with a good intention, and they also tend to trust your taste. I've been featured by other amazing art friends myself on Instagram and YouTube, and I'm forever grateful for all the sweet and heartwarming things they said. And honestly, it's not only made me super happy and feel, I don't know, valuable, it also really boosted the growth of my audience and brought so many nice people that I really like to hang out during streams. And the last thing I want to mention is please don't use any graphics that do not belong to you or paid for without artist permission for avatars or designs. That's stealing too. If you really like art, be respectful to artists. I guess it's just a general life rule. Don't be a jerk, no matter in public or on the internet. And this is it. Based on comments from previous video, you guys seem to like me rant about different art-related topics, and I don't mind either. I'm also almost done with this picture, just adding some freckles and a simple background. At first I had an idea of just doing some bright color on the back, but also I didn't want it to overpower the picture. So I went for some random abstract foliage. It kinda looks like that. I achieved this dirty green color by mixing it with Payne's Gray, which is one of my favorite colors at this moment, and sap green. I think it turned out really nice. I'm very pleased with it myself. As always, all our supplies I used is going to be listed in the description. Have a great week and see you next time. Bye.